Now then, welcome back to the Scaife channel. Hope you're all doing well. Dominic Szoboszlai, I don't just want to talk about him in a video, I need to speak about him. He has been absolutely electric for Liverpool. Mohamed Salah, Gravenberch, rightly so, being spoken about in the highest regard in terms of our best player in the first 3 games. But I think Dominic Szoboszlai is right up there, maybe even been our best player, genuinely. I want to talk to you about just how it's working, how the system's working, and how he just makes Slot's system tick. He just is the answer. I'm going to go through the Ipswich game, the Brentford game, and the Man United game. If you do enjoy the video, please do consider subscribing. We are working towards 15,000 subs. Very exciting on this channel, so things are only getting leveled up. Everything's getting put back into the channel. I hope you'll see that in the future. I want to start by looking at the Ipswich game. This was, for me, his most effective game. I think the Brentford comes 3rd place, Man United comes 2nd. We see here, Trent gets the ball, and I love this. Luongo comes in, and Trent's just knocking it to the side. He knows instinctively where Szoboszlai is at all times, and I think last season we saw that partnership develop even more. This season with them 3, Salah included as well. It's just ace to watch. Trent knocks it round past Luongo. And the best part of Szoboszlai, when I was looking through all these games, his patience, his intelligence when on the ball is so underrated, and I think it just makes everything work so much more smooth. Watch this. Instead of just playing that, and I think I'd have just knocked it back to him there. If we go back one, Trent's got the momentum. Luongo's facing our goal. Trent's got momentum. He's sprinting now. If Szoboszlai played that pass, Trent would have got onto it. But then Trent's having a one-on-one with Jacob Greaves running at him, and you're thinking, is he going to, it's a 50-50, right? But what Szoboszlai does so well here is he holds the ball up. I mean, this is great, and I want to bring you into, let's zoom in it. I think I zoom in, yeah. He puts his foot on the ball, he traps it, and he rolls it back, and he draws Jacob Greaves in. There. So Jacob Greaves is about to knock the ball, then he plays the pass, and then Trent runs. I think this is excellent. So you're not only taking Jacob Greaves out, Szoboszlai's also, look at this, Szoboszlai's also wanting to get in on the counter. So you've essentially beaten the 3 men there. Szoboszlai's making the run. If he wasn't tripped over and fouled here, we'd have a great chance, an even better chance of scoring a goal, right? And this was such a great bit of play, and it was, probably the best bit of play in the game for me. Just intelligence, holding the ball up, Jacob Greaves being dragged out, and that's a theme. I'm going to show you, look at, I think the next one actually, Jacob Greaves is a nightmare. The one after this actually. Szoboszlai, the position he's taking, look at all the room he's got. You'll see against Man United, it's even more elevated because of how bad Casemiro was. The amount of room he has in the midfield here always is a joke. He's asking for the ball. He plays Diaz in the end. Diaz ends up getting it here. I actually think Szoboszlai was unlucky to receive the ball as late as he did. I think the right pass was probably when Diaz was around here. Szoboszlai's got all this room. We know how capable he is to get a shot away or even just play Mohamed Salah. Well, like we've seen a lot of times. He does get the ball a bit too late in my opinion, and it is blocked, but you can see the potential, you can see the movement, and in the Man United game, he takes up this such advanced position, capitalising on that Man United hole in midfield. It's great. I can't wait to show you that. This is great. Szoboszlai getting in almost as a second striker. It looks quite dead, the game at the moment, but it just shows with Trent, literally flick of a switch, inspiration out of nowhere. He can turn a game on its head, and that's exactly what he did here. Trent puts the ball in. I've paused just as he's about to take that cross. Look at Szoboszlai. Bang! Straight in behind these two. They've not even looked. I think this is great. And obviously it's picture format, so it's very hard to see. That's Szoboszlai getting up there for that header. And it was very unlucky, this, I must say. I can't believe we didn't score from that. I won't lie to you. It was Jota. Remember, Jota just put it wide of the post there. It was unlucky, but the intention was there. This is great. This is great. I love this bit here. Konaté's got the ball, and this leads to a goal. This is Liverpool's first goal in the Premier League. Let's just all focus on this. Konaté's got the ball in our own box, essentially. Well, nearly. This is great. Plays it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch comes in. This is a nice bit of play from Gravenberch. I'd love to do a video about Gravenberch. I think there's so much to delve in with him. He's so confident on the ball, and he takes on these 2 players. Plays the pass now to Salah. Salah's gone, and I'm just going to show you the play and just admire how nice of a Liverpool goal this is before I talk about Szoboszlai. Salah plays the 1-2, plays to Trent. Look at this. Great, whipped ball in. Salah's gone. Plays to Jota. What a great goal that is. Excellent goal. I'm just going to take it back about 5 slides. So here, look at Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, he could come short, he could come and ask for the ball. He knows how capable Trent is of playing that ball, and he actually knows Trent is going to play that ball. As I said at the start, their connection, and these 3 in particular, this triangle is so in sync, it's great. And I can't believe how quick he's taken to these partnerships and these dynamics that we're seeing, and it's blossoming, aren't they, these dynamics? Robertson and Diaz, that blossomed so quick when Diaz joined 2 years ago. It's great to see. And look at this. Szoboszlai, he drops in, he draws Jacob Greaves with him. Look at the room he's made for Salah. This goal is actually all about Szoboszlai in a way, he didn't even contribute on the ball. He draws Jacob Greaves in, he runs this way, obviously the picture doesn't show it, runs this way, Greaves comes back to, look at that, I mean, he's just absolutely like a fucking fish out of water there. Another Jacob Greaves exploitation, if you like. And then Salah's got all this room in, fullback's none the wiser, plays to Jota. That's a great goal. That is a great goal. Look at the position. And Szoboszlai's barely moved. That's the intelligence of just drawing the man out, just coming here, simple, as I say, didn't even touch the ball. The next one, yeah, there you go, look, you can see, asking for the ball, pointing for it there. He thinks, oh, he's going to receive that ball. No, he's not. He's just making you, he's making a fool out of you, Jacob, that's all he's doing. The next one, this is nice. I've screenshotted it at a really terrible time. The ball's been played from Salah here. He splits these two, he plays it through there. Szoboszlai's taken, for me, a really great touch. And he could actually shoot. We've seen that before. We've seen him score. I feel like I'm on what's that game where you have to do that? Score Hero. Remember that? That'd actually be a 5-star goal. Could I just say that? That was unreal. Szoboszlai, we've seen him shoot before. He's taken a great touch to take it away from the 11. Instead of shooting or holding on to the ball for too long, he plays that. Let me just do a little. He plays that. It takes the deflection, I think, off Leif Davis here. But the intention of playing that instead of just pelting it for yourself, and the selfishness we've seen from Szoboszlai does actually come into it in the Man United game. I'm not just going to sit on this guy's willy. I'm going to actually tell you. I'm going to sum it all up, even it out, and say what he actually does bad as well. And I'll tell you in the Man United game what he does do bad. Just making sure I'm recording there. I am. This is great. Look at Szoboszlai. Look at the room he's got again. Half the pitch. He has literally got half the pitch here. And Jacob Greaves. I think that's Greaves, 24. My eyesight is crap. He brings Greaves in again. It's just, look at the situation. Gravenberch plays through it's a great pass actually, through to McAllister. McAllister first time knocks it to Szoboszlai there. And now we're going. And now look at this. 5v, whatever that is. 5v3. Greaves, his centre half's not in his line. He's come out to press. I just can't work out what he's doing. The pass I would have played here, because I'm a great footballer, I think that's the simple pass. It's not Route 1 with Liverpool by any stretch, that's not what I mean, but it is a good pass. Trent's bombing on. What can we do here? Can we create a double up at the back post? Can McAllister drive there? Can Diaz is busting a gut to get in at the back post. Can something be fashioned there? But no, he doesn't play that pass. Trent almost makes a decoy, and this is a great ball. Through there, I mean, look at the curve on it. Bit of fade on the pass. I think it's great. And this all came from Jacob Greaves being absolutely nowhere. And Greaves had a good game for me. Like, in the air, he was good. From corners, he was a threat. But the more I look at this, I think, Christ, he didn't even know what ground he was in at times, Jacob Greaves here. And then Salah, it's unlucky. Straight at the keeper, that was. On to the Brentford game. As I said before, this is for me the third, 1 to 3. I'm ranking this third in terms of Szoboszlai's actual impact. The team were great in this game. I think what he does can go unnoticed because of how good the players are around him. I would say that, and I think he didn't particularly shine in this game. There's some great moments here. Trent's got that's not even Trent, is it? I was thinking that was Trent the whole time. Gravenberch has the ball here. Great. I mean, it just shows how he gets around. Gravenberch has the ball. Szoboszlai's gone. Look at Szoboszlai there. Jogging. Bang. See you later. Takes the 22 with him, leaving a 2v1. I think it's the movement. I spoke about Jota in my match reaction to the Man United game. The movement, everyone knows exactly what they're doing here. This ain't that's not just a chance. I think this is all worked on. McAllister coming in late. We've got a 4v3 here. 5 if Trent can get on side. And it's great. I mean, on another day, you've got Jota there, you've got Diaz up against the number 30. Can something be created here? Possibly. It does fizzle out. We do actually get a chance off here. Diaz gets a chance off. The next one, this was great. We all saw this happen. Trent into Salah. Look at these. I mean, I can't actually it was something like this. It was great. Salah ran onto there. Look at me drawing it. Played to McAllister. It was just brilliant. I mean, what a piece of movement that was. The crowd were loving it. You could see behind. I think we're all loving it at home as well. This is great. Szoboszlai wins the ball back in Brentford's half. I think he's dispossessing. Is that Carvalho? I don't actually know. I don't think it is. He dispossesses someone, wins the ball back, but in terms of ground covered, and he's so aggressive, he's so tenacious. Most distance covered in a single game by a Liverpool player this season, nearly 12 kilometres against Man United, Dominic Szoboszlai. He's also covered the most distance so far by a Liverpool player this season, nearly 34 kilometres. He works, he tries, he plays 90 minutes. The manager does not want to bring this guy off. I think that's a great thing to have. You don't want to get brought off. You're literally having to get dragged off the furniture, peeled off to even bring him off. But bringing Chiesa in is a massive part of this. Elliott's going to now, for me, not play on the right-hand side like we've seen before. He comes on off when Salah needs to come off. Start again. When Salah needs to come off, Elliott comes on off the right. Now Chiesa will come on to replace Salah. Elliott, for me, will be replacing Dominic Szoboszlai in the midfield. So he will get more rest games, hopefully sustains him for longer. I think he's not been too bad with injuries, Szoboszlai, but he is young. He does play every game. Will this creep into his game? God touch wood, I hope not. But hopefully bringing Chiesa in will be limiting that damage limitation, right? It's great. I think the Chiesa, I've spoke about the Chiesa signing. Go and watch the video now. I'll try and tag it. I'm not too tech savvy, but go and watch that video. It's great. This is the Man United game. There's so much to talk about in the Man United game, but I appreciate the video is going to be quite long. I've picked some bits out. This is brilliant. This is when Van Dijk plays the brilliant pass to Gravenberch, and we've got a 5v3. I mean, as I said in the video, 5v2, because Casemiro and Martinez kind of cancel each other out. Diaz ends up getting the goal, but Szoboszlai's movement, if Diaz wasn't there, I'd back Szoboszlai to getting that goal. Great. This, where are we here? Yeah, this is great. 2-3-1, a 4-2-3-1. Get used to it, is what I'll say. I think in Liverpool's system, let me use a different colour pen here. Wait, if I go 1, 2, just so you can see it, 3, and I'm going to get a different colour pen and show you how the midfield has changed shape and changed structure. Let's go here. So I think if it was under Klopp, you'd have one holding Fabinho, one there, and one there. Henderson a bit more reserved, perhaps. And then your front three. Salah be tucking in. But that looks really complicated now. That's not what I meant for it to do. My point is, you see here, McAllister dispossesses Mainu. Uncharacteristically, is lazy on the ball, Mainu there. I think if McAllister won that, the old Liverpool, Szoboszlai would have been here. And McAllister's having to run on his own. You've got one less man. Putting the man up there, obviously, increased chance of scoring, right? So Martinez is drawn out. Szoboszlai plays a great pass. He actually disguises it. I thought he was going to play to Diaz there. Plays it to Mo Salah, and it's a great goal. Was that the goal? That was the goal, wasn't it? That was the goal. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's great either way. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care if it was a goal. It's a good chance at the end of the day. Triangle around Rashford, literally playing pig in the middle like he's an 8-year-old. Great. I spoke about these triangles. I love seeing it. Szoboszlai, I love this because he's not just played the pass and stood still like I would do in Sunday League. I mean, I'm not comparing Szoboszlai to me. Not really, anyway. I think we can both strike a ball the same, I will say. This is great. One, see you later, Mainu. I don't even want to... But it's not about receiving the ball. This is so good. He doesn't even... He probably does want to receive the ball, honestly. He's made the movement to get it, but Dalot's off his screen. Dalot's on the right-hand side here, even further past Szoboszlai. Look, I'm going to skip the next page. He brings Dalot with him. He ends up here. From there, he's going that way. Brings Dalot with him, and look who receives the ball after that, Mohamed Salah. Look how much room Salah's got. Unmarked because Szoboszlai's brought Dalot with him. In fact, Dalot didn't have to come, really. I mean, he's already been marked by 2 players there. But his movement, on one hand, he's got... I could receive the ball here. We could be in, you know. I've got a shot at goal. I've got a cross across the box. Or I bring Mainu with me, or Dalot with me, and Salah's got all the room. It's great. It's kind of no risk, that run. It was really good. And I was so unlucky not to get a goal. I can't believe we didn't get a goal from that. As I said before, I won't just try and polish a turd. You got to score. I'd have scored that. I'd like to think if we weren't 3-0 up, he wouldn't have taken the piss there and put the ball in the back of the net. I'd like to think, but you know what I mean. Let's just throw caution to the wind for that one. In terms of average positions, this is very interesting. More of a classic Jurgen Klopp 4-3-3 here with your number 6 in Gravenberch. 2 8s kind of sitting very, very... what's that word there? Lateral? That's not the right word. Very flat. I think very flat's the right way to say it. And I think you can't read too much into this. It's the first game of the year. Again, against Ipswich. We're both easing into the season and easing into slot. We've only played a few games in pre-season. Hardly any of them games were with our first 11. So that's just getting used to it, I think. Don't think you can read too much into that. That's where you see more of a Szoboszlai against Brentford. And then that's the most important one to speak about, because I think this is how we'll set up against good teams, especially teams like Man United who have a massive hole in midfield. We've been proactive there and we've put Szoboszlai in that hole. Casemiro was absolute rubbish that game. Mainu was probably hindered by Casemiro. Casemiro probably brought him down, to be honest. And Szoboszlai realised that. I don't know if he realised that and was proactive during the game or before the game. I assume before the game, Arne Slot and him worked something out, and the team. It just worked. It won 3-0. He was one of our best players on the pitch. He played 90. He ran all game. He tries. How can you not like Dominic Szoboszlai? I don't understand. There's a heat map there. I don't understand if you direct any flack to him. Like, same with Diaz. You know. He came away with 2 goals against Man United. He's like target number 1, Luis Diaz, when... Yeah, sorry, I thought it wasn't working then. Luis Diaz is target number 1. Szoboszlai's often target number 2 on Twitter. I don't know why. I think these two are great players. Liverpool are lucky to have them, and it's just really, really worked.